Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Like to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Radash.
Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the Akin that's pushing his word in truth and sincerity. The Firak out there, Shalom. And I'm the brother Amathia.
And I'm Pathak Amath.
And we're with the GMS Dallas camp. And we want to do a quick lesson, going into Esau, the son of perdition, okay? And they're the Dukes of Hazzard, all right? Because we know Esau's known, like they're like Egypt had their pharaohs, you have your kings, and Esau had their dukes, all right? And like we said, we're going into them being the hazard of the earth, okay? And hazard basically say something is at risk, danger, destruction, all right? And that's all them signs go and points to Esau Edom, who was the so-called white man. All right.
And, that's right.
You got something to say you want to get into it?
Yeah, no, we just get into it.
All right. We get Jeremiah.
Yeah,
51.
Okay. Yeah. It's Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 25, and it reads, "Behold, I'm against thee, O destroying mountain."
All right, and that's the Heavenly Father saying He's against thee, O destroying mountain. Okay. And a mountain is basically a rulership of government, okay? And who rules today? You go into Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. Now, who is the wicked today? Because we got this, it's three types of men. You have the son of the Most High, then you have the sons of man, and then you have the sons of wicked, okay? And Esau Edom, going back to that line of Cain, is the son of wicked, all right? And that's who's the governing body of this world today.
That's right. So back in Jeremiah 51 and 25, it reads, "Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain." And that destroying mountain, which is that government, like the brother just brought out beautifully, is going into America, man.
That's right.
You people like to say America is not in the Bible, but the Most High, this book is a coded book, first of all, and it's a puzzle, man. And that's why when you read in Isaiah 28:10, it says, "Precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little," because you got to, just like that 1,000-piece puzzle, you got to go get that piece, find that piece, and it'll fit with another piece somewhere else, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how the Bible works, man. And most of these people have no idea of that, man. You know what I'm saying? So there's mysteries and secrets in the Bible. He's not going to just say America. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to just say the white man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
he set that up that way for a reason, because you've already had like the Bible Destruction Group, back in the 1800s, 1700s, 1800s, and Esau is probably planning to get rid of the Bible in these times, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? So they would have got rid of the Bible, man, a long time ago, for sure. If he had put things like America in the Bible or the so-called white man, but the Most High didn't have that set up that way. So
that's right.
And
this word, like you say, with the understanding, is given to a select group of men.
That's right. The elect, exactly.
That's right.
Come on. Back in Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 25, "Behold, now I'm against the old destroying mountain, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which destroyeth all the earth."
All right, which destroyeth all the earth. Okay, so when you go into 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, it lets you know that who that man is that destroyeth all of the earth. Okay, and it's only right just to point out, because so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, we don't have anything. When you have these these council meetings and everything that go on, basically to show how to, basically going into how the world or how the government body of the world is going to be ran. You so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans are not in those meetings. Okay,
right.
Y'all, they don't invite you to those. Why? Because we don't have anything. Okay, they cut us off from being a nation. All right, so the only thing we have is being subject to the hand of the so-called white man, all right, who is Esau Edom.
And those are those secret councils that's spoken of in the scriptures, man. You're not invited to those secret councils, because those councils are about you and how to keep you down and get rid of you, man. So they can stay in power, man, because as long as they keep you down, they stay in power, man.
Right.
And I want to just get a quick precept going into how I just said about them that destroyed all the earth. The scriptures going to them paying for that, man. And they're going to pay for that destruction of the earth, man, because the earth, everything in the earth, including the earth itself, is suffering and being destroyed, man.
That's
you know,
right.
the people, the plants, animals, trees, you know, including the earth itself, man. And they're going to pay for that. And this is the scriptures go into that. This is Revelations chapter 11 and verse 18. And it reads, and the nations were angry and thy wrath has come, which you can see that today, very clearly today, right, that the nations are mad at America, man. All these nations are talking about, you know, death to America and how they want to, you know, destroy America, man. So these nations are angry, and you can see that anger.
And then Iran just say, you know, basically, y'all won't smoke Israel, which is basically an extension of America.
Exactly.
They basically, America is like their bitch. You know, America have a military power, but like you say, you know, Iran say y'all won't smoke, we'll bring it. You know what I'm saying? So these other countries are not afraid of the whore of Babylon now.
The big bad bully on the playground is no longer no one is afraid of him anymore.
Right.
You know, this is which lines up perfectly with Isaiah the 14th chapter. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm trying to remember exactly how it's worded, but have basically, are you weak as we? You know,
right?
You know, can you grab it real quick? I think it's verse 10.
Okay, this
14 and 10.
This is Isaiah 14.
Become weak like we.
This is actually it. Isaiah 14 and 10. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us?
There it is right there. Have you become weak like we? Have you become like us, man? Everybody is nuclear capable now, man. Right. You know, everybody has nukes. So it's like America back during the time when they had the atom bombs, you know what I'm saying? They were the only ones with that technology back then, man. You know, so you know, when they dropped those bombs, man, it's like shook everything, shook the people, shook the and it goes into that, I think, as you continue to read down.
Verse 11, it says, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worms is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
And that's going into the infrastructure of this place, man. You know, the infrastructure is just destroyed here, man. You know, this place is falling apart. You got sinkholes everywhere. You know, the buildings, everything is just collapsing, falling down.
Right.
This place is totally through, man. America is circling a drain, and you can see it in every form and fashion, man.
Yeah.
You know,
look at all of the constructions on the highways, you know, on the interstates, constantly construction. You know what I'm saying? Look at when we downtown, you know, you always see these tall buildings, but when you just walk through downtown and look at these buildings, there's so many buildings that are abandoned. You know what I'm saying? And that is basically showing that this infrastructure and also overall the economy is shot. Is basically the only thing that's keeping it up is basically the spirit and the belief that this Babylon is going to go on forever. So basically it's going through you. When people realize that like the dollar and all that is going to collapse, okay? Because basically it's obsolete now. Other countries starting to see that. It's just the people is keeping that going. All right?
Which is, you know, because it's fiat currency, which your belief in it is what keeps it going, you know, because it's not real, man. You know, the dollar is not real. It has nothing back in it, man. You know what I'm saying? But if you real quick for me jump down to verse 16, read that, bring that in that real quick, because it's going into those, you know, when they drop those bombs, that technology back then.
This is Isaiah 14 and 16. It says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed, and cities thereof that open not to the house of his prisoners.
And that's going to you, Jakes, man. You know, but back then, you know, when he going into Hiroshima and Nagasaki, when he dropped those bombs, man, back then, those atom bombs, man, which are nukes, you know, they just have more powerful nukes now, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, the thermonuclear missiles now, man. But those were nukes back then, man. You know what I'm saying? And they dropped those bombs and scared everybody, had everybody shook. You know, they shook kingdoms, like it said. So, and that's when this devil got that, you know, that elite, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of how I want to word it. Got put in that elite class. Right. You know what I'm saying? That dominion where everybody kind of bowed down to this devil and was afraid. You know what I'm saying? So he was a big bad bully on the playground for a long time. But as we just read in the 10th chapter, I mean the 10th verse, right. It says, "How art thou become like us, weak as we?" Right. You know what I'm saying? Because now they have the same technology and capability, man. You know, so ain't nobody scared anymore. Hey, we could push the button too, man. Bring it. That's you know. So,
and if you don't mind,
well, let me finish this real quick.
Yeah, come.
Back in Revelation, the 11th chapter, verse 18, it says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and the saints, and them that fear thy name," which is going into the elect, man. You know, the 144,000, man, and those believers, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth, man. Right. Which lines up perfectly with what we're reading in Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Those that destroyed all the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you got something, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to stay in Isaiah 14 because when we read 16 and 17, you know, basically how he's going to be brought down. Mm-hmm. You know, this is the 12th verse, and it reads, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Mm-hmm. How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?" All right, so like you say, he's being brought down because what happened? Like you say, he became a true superpower when he dropped those bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That's never been done before. A nuke has never been used only by America. Right. Okay, so how did they weaken the nations? Okay, they you look into, like you said, for example, Syria, Iraq, these different places. They've been going to these smaller nations, and they've been basically getting rebels. They'll go in and they'll basically back the rebels. They'll overtake the government, and what they do, they'll put in a puppet government. Right. All right, and then they're gonna bring in their their embassies. So basically, that's just an extension of America. Okay, so that's how they weaken the nations. Okay, and then they'll look at the people that's in the land of America and in Babylon. And they'll say, oh, you know, well, like for example, someone saying they had weapons of mass destruction. Mm-hmm. Then after he go and basically take over his government, they say, oh, well, they didn't have a weapon of mass destruction. Our bad. Right. Yeah. That's what Esau do. He's a forger of lies. That's okay.
Right. That's right.
All right. He's a man of no value. All right.
No. So that's it. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Jeremiah 51 and 25 and finish it out. And it says, "And I will stretch out mine hand upon thee."
How are you gonna stretch out his hands? One of the things is those thermonuclear missiles. Mm-hmm. That's how he's gonna stretch out his hand. He's gonna put it in the minds of these elites. Mm-hmm. You know, the dupes of the world. They're gonna put them on, and they're gonna go against one another. You know, along with these other heathen nations. Right. That's how he's gonna stretch out his hand. Mm-hmm. Okay, everything is orchestrated by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay, the Most High Yahweh, he ordains, and he basically is in his work. This has already been. It's basically like it's already written.
That's right.
You know.
And also he gonna stretch out his hand with them chariots, man. That's right. The chariots are gonna return. And they're gonna do work as well, man. You know what I'm saying? So just to add to the brother's point, it says, "I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain."
Roll these down. So when you roll these down like a rock, when you roll a rock down the mountain, you see how fast it tumbles. Mm-hmm. And it's when it is a steep hill, it's gonna hit the ground real hard. You know, like you say, how they say the bigger you are, the harder you fall. And in America and Babylon the Great is the biggest and strongest, more powerful, basically nation ever known, ever seen on the face of the earth. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the Lord has built them up like he did Nebuchadnezzar to show his power, and he's going to bring them down. The bigger you are, the harder they fall. Mm-hmm. All right.
And who is that talking about, man? You know, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, man. Who is that talking about? Mm. You know, you Edomites, man. You know, you cave dwellers, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're the original cave people. You know, you want to try to put that on other people, you know, all these negative, derogative terms on other people, apes and monkeys, you know, and when y'all are, you know, that's y'all, man. And what's that show with Tim Allen? Home Improvement. Home Improvement. He always, you know, Edomite man that always did that. You know, making them gorilla sound. As a matter of fact, there's another movie with that Wilson dude and Ben Stiller.
Yeah,
when they were like the models.
Zoolander.
That's another one that showed show you who they are, man. When they was trying to deal with that computer and start acting like apes and monkeys. Come on, man. We know who you are now, man. You know what I'm saying? You tried to put that term on us, and it's not us, man. It's these Edomites, man.
And, you know, like you say, you don't really have no place on the earth right now. You know, really, you don't, because I think, as they say, they actually came and took the mountains from, if I'm not mistaken, the Horites. Mm-hmm. You know, so you just a vagabond. Wherever you go. But the thing is, you go and steal. You steal land, you defile it. It tells you that in numbers. You know what I'm saying? You know, you shed the blood, the land becomes defiled. Right. But you'll sit there and say you've been there the whole time.
Right. Lying.
Yeah.
And I want to bring this out real quick. I think we were going to go into this anyway. So I got the spirit, through the spirit, we can just go into it. This is Jeremiah chapter 49, just going into that, the cleft of the rocks. You know, those that dwell in the cleft of the rocks. It's Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 16. And it reads, thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, which is your mind, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
That's right.
That holdest the height of the hill. There it is right there, man. The height of the hill is that ruling class, man. You know?
And can I back you up on that? Now, when you go into Obadiah, that is the vision of Obadiah. You know, this was basically Yahweh the power concerning Edom. And when you go into the third verse of Obadiah, it says, the pride of thy heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, and saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Now that is, and when you read Obadiah, this whole chapter is concerning Edom. It's just one chapter in Obadiah. So
that's right.
So he dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks.
And all the prophets are saying the same thing, man. The prophet Obadiah is saying the same thing that the prophet Jeremiah said, man. So they're all saying the same thing, man. Like-minded men delivering the word of the Lord, man.
Right.
You know, which you people have a problem believing, man. You know, like that's an interpretation. No, it's not an interpretation, man. The scriptures tell you there are no prophet interpretations, man.
Right.
You know, but was that all in that?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go back and finish this real quick. Back in Jeremiah 49 and 16, it reads, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. You know what I'm saying? So we already know what the national bird is, man. The national bird of America, which all these things are clues and signs as to who this is talking about.
Right.
You know, and it goes back to I know the Romans dealt with the symbolism of the eagles. I'm not sure if the Greeks did.
But the Greeks, they had, the Greeks did too.
On back to the Greeks, you know what I'm saying, which are all Edomites, man. You know what I'm saying? So this eagle that is talking about here in these times is talking about America, man. And it says, which the eagle also represents an apex predator, man, right. Which these Edomites do. You know, they love to hunt. You know, they're always doing want to do purges. You know what I'm saying? They're apex predators, and that's just instilled in them, man. Right. That's just who they are, man.
And the eagles, they usually fly higher than any other bird.
Right.
You know?
Right. And it reads, I will bring thee down from thence, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So the Most High is going to bring you down, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're in those times now, man. You know, hey, your demise is close. You know, you Dukes of Hazzard, man. You Edomites. Right. You know. Do you want me to keep going? Because I know it goes into.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The next verse is verse 17. It reads, also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof.
That's right.
You know.
And, you know, like I say, Edom, the plagues, when you go in the second Ezra, the 16th verse, it tell you that plagues. Matter of fact, you don't mind, I get it. This is Second Ezra, chapter 16, and verse 5. It says, "Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?" Okay, and when you go into the top of that, it say war unto thee Babylon and Asia, and like you say, this is war unto thee Egypt and Syria. But like you say, what is America? Babylon the Great. When you go into what is it, Revelation 17?
Or is it 18?
Or is it 8? Yeah, 17. Mystery.
Yeah, 17 and 5.
Yeah, the mother of harlots. Okay, so when you go into that, you know, like I say, plagues is going to be brought about all unto America, and it's basically it's starting.
That's right.
You know, but you got people that's still here living deliciously, not looking at the signs or looking at what's going on around them. They don't know that, but when they start hitting, you know, to around most of the homes, then you're going to see that. And that, but you know, by that time, martial law and everything is going to hit.
That's right.
So Esau has a plan. He has an agenda. You know, you can actually pull things up on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
And this man, like you say, it's put upon him, and you know, through the Spirit of the Most High, he's gonna put it in their minds to basically bring about his destruction upon himself. And then, like you say, then the Lord is gonna come and deliver us, and he's gonna basically finish it up. You That's know, right. through with the chariots.
That's right. And I want to bring this one out right here in Jeremiah 50 because that the correlation makes Edom and Babylon synonymous.
Right.
When you jump over from, as we just read in Jeremiah 49 and 17, and went into Edom being a desolation, and they're going to hiss at his plagues. When you jump over to verse chapter 50 and verse 13, right. It goes into the same thing, but it's just talking about some Babylon now. And it reads Jeremiah 50 and 13, because of the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate.
Right.
You want to speak on that?
Oh, well, yeah. If you can you go to start at 12?
Come on. This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 12, and it reads, "Your mother shall be sore confounded. She shall be bare. She shall be ashamed."
All right. And when you go into the mother, we went over that in class. Like you say, she that bare, you know, bare you should be ashamed. That's going into Great Britain. You know. Because that's basically what America derived from. All right, Great Britain.
That's right.
That's why when you go over there to the UK and what have you, like you say, America is the power, is the military might, and then you look at over in Europe and all that. That's where they keep their riches.
That's right.
Right.
That's the money. Right.
That's the money.
Going back and reading, it says, "Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert."
They can become desolate. All right.
Verse 13, "Because of the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate."
All right. It's going to be wholly desolate. So when the Lord come and render his anger, this land is going to be completely destroyed. All right. And like I say, when we deliver it up, this won't be inhabited no more.
That's right.
Okay. When that destruction come upon America, this land will be no more. All right. It's going to be, what's that when they say the smoke is going to be like a memorial?
18.
Yeah. It's
Revelation 18.
Revelation 18. It's going to be like a memorial. All right. You know, so we're going to be able to show our children and say, you know, this is where we came up out of. Like we talk now, we said to come out, our people came up out of the land of Egypt. You know, this is where the Lord delivered us out of the land of Babylon the Great. So that's, you know, so we looking forward to that.
And that desolation where it'll never be inhabited again lines up beautifully with Isaiah the 13th chapter, man. Right. Isaiah, the prophet Isaiah, said the same thing. So again, the prophets are all saying the same things, man. Nobody's saying anything different, man. You know what I'm saying? And finishing it out, it says, "Everyone that goeth by Babylon," now speaking of Babylon, it spoke of Edom a second ago, now speaking of Babylon, which makes them synonymous. "Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues." Said the same thing about Edom, which makes them synonymous, man, you know, which proves that that's talking about the so-called white man today, who is Esau, Edom, and America, which is modern day Babylon, man.
Right. And what is that when they say that great city?
Revelation 18.
Yeah.
11 and 18.
That
I mean 11 and
that's
8.
the last verse, ain't it?
11
No,
and 8.
11 and 8.
Yeah, 11
Yeah.
and 8.
But let me I'm gonna bring this out of you. You don't mind. This is Revelation 18, and I'll start at verse I'll start at 7. It says, how much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no more. No sorrow. And that's what we see today. You have Americans walking around, and they don't see no sorrow. Like, basically, America's gonna be here forever. You know what I'm saying? Look at our military might. Nobody can mess with us. All right. But then again, like you say, the whore is gonna be hated. All right. These other nations are gonna turn around and they're gonna hate the whore, even their allies. So when you see that pompous spirit, that's the spirit of Esau Edom. And even you Jakes, that live here in America, y'all have that pompous spirit that has resonated and came upon you. Okay, but the thing is, the Lord is he's gonna bring America, Babylon down low. Okay, this is the dukedom. Okay, and what is the duke? That is the actual king of Edom. All right, and this is verse 8, and you can actually, what is that? Isaiah 47 can resonate with that as well. You got it. That's it.
Got it. Yeah, bring it out. This is Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 7, and it reads, "And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it."
Right, and that's like you said, that's showing a pompous spirit. I should be a lady forever. You know what I'm saying? You just know. You know what I'm saying? But like you say, they're gonna when you look under that skirt of that lady, you're gonna find all type of bumps and rashes and all type of nasty style shit. Yeah, and that's America. When you look under that skirt, and that skirt is being lifted up, okay. Esau is going down, and you have our people even just sending remorse. Like when you go into the Amber Geiger case and Botham Jean, you had everybody that was hugging and rubbing on the woman has killed unarmed black men in his house, relax while eating ice cream. You have all these Jakes hugging her and rubbing her hair. You know what I'm saying? And that's that spirit of Esau rubbed off on you, like, oh, well, we're going to, we got to keep this woman, comfortable because we have to. That's upon us to do so. Right. But that's the spirit of our people with Babylon. Babylon is being brought down, but yet our people want to try to keep it up. They want to howl for and try to get prepared and get this bomb, like it says in the scriptures, take bomb for her pain. Right. You're trying to get this ointment to keep Babylon going. But it is inevitable. It's going to be destroyed.
And that's a wicked spirit, man.
That's right.
And for all you sellouts, you coon niggas that with that spirit on you, what the brothers bringing out, like them rubbing on, hugging, and hey, the scriptures tell you in Proverbs, man, the book of Proverbs, that the wicked shall not go unpunished, man.
Right. And
it also tells you in Isaiah, I believe it's in the 13th chapter, it says that I know in Proverbs it said though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. But in Isaiah, it says, those that are joined unto them shall be thrust through. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In Isaiah, the 13th chapter, it says you're going to be thrust through. So all you hugging Jakes and you're going to want to stroke the hair of your enemies and all this and try to, soothe them. That's that hand holding, man.
That's
you hold it. You're joined unto them. Well, the scriptures say they ain't going to go unpunished and you're going to get thrust through, man.
That's right.
Micah
2 and 2:10 say come out of her. That means depart from their ways and being joined on to them.
That's right.
Come out of her.
Did you want me to go back to that Isaiah?
Come.
This is back in Isaiah chapter 47, reading on verse 8. Therefore hear now this, thou that are given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
And when you look at those pleasures, like I say, we dwell in those pleasures, so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? We dwell in here, and we love the carnal pleasures. Whatever feeds the flesh. And we take that and we run with it. Okay. That's why when we say we have us on the street saying come back to the Heavenly Father, you know, repent. Okay. Because the first thing you do to come back to the Heavenly Father, you have to repent. But we don't want to repent. We want to continue doing the wicked ways of this world.
Right. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. That's going into Esau, man. They think they're untouchable, man. These people think that, you know, America is the shit, and it's not, man. These other nations have more, better nukes, better technology, better equipment, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And believe, hey, I'm not saying that America don't have nothing. America does. You know, we know they got something too, but it's the scriptures tell the story, man. Right. So we know how this thing is going to play out. And the Lord says America is going to lose. Babylon is going to be destroyed. So just by that alone, we know the other nations have the things that they have it's better. You know what I'm saying? And of course, like the missiles, the Lord is going to put a spirit on those missiles to guide those missiles. So the defense systems are not going to stop the missiles. You know what I'm saying? They're going to hit their mark, as the scriptures say. You know, so
always the mark.
They're going to all hit the mark. So Babylon is through, man. You're going down. But I want to read one more verse. But go ahead and make your point.
Well, I would just say Babylon is like a bully. You have the biggest bully out there that you know one person ain't going to be able to take them down. But if whoever been bullying on them, you just gang up on them, you're going to take them down. And that's what's going to happen. It is written in the scriptures. Okay?
That's right. So I'm going to read one more verse. This is verse 9, Isaiah 47:9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection.
One day. One day.
One day.
Babylon is destroyed in one day. Actually, it's going to be destroyed in 1 hour.
60 minutes. like that news show, 60 minutes.
Yeah.
By the time that news show is over, Babylon through. It's going to be finished, wiped off the map, and done.
Right. And what was that? What was 47?
47:9 is where I'm at. Isaiah 47:9.
Gone.
Finish
it. You finish that.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish that real quick. For the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you got drug stores on every corner. You know what I'm saying? So these are the sorcerers, man. And what the scriptures say, I suffer not a wish to live, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So and then these damn devils are put some which they're the reason that the drugs are in the community of Jake's, you know, in Jake communities. Jake ain't got no ships or boats or planes or anything. So how did the drugs and guns get there? Right. So they're the actual modern day drug dealers, man. You know what I'm saying? But then they'll lock Jake up, you know, and put him in jail for 50 years for selling a dime rock, man. You know what I'm saying? And they got drug stores on every corner, man.
Right. I can get something. Break it down. This is Isaiah 24. Verse 5, it says, thou shalt bring down the noise of strangers and the heat in the dry place, even the heat. Hold on. 24, Salakia. 24 and 5. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 5. And I'll start at 4. It says, the earth warneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broke the everlasting covenant. And like I say, they, you know, basically it's being defiled by the inhabitants thereof. It's being defiled by you, the leaders of the world. Okay, and Esau runs the world. Okay, the red man runs the world, and like it says, also it says, he, you know, basically, therefore he transgressed the laws. Okay, changed the ordinances. Okay, so when you say change the ordinances, look at these seasons. We don't know when you say it's the summer, it can be cold. You say it's winter, it's hot. You know, they don't basically go by the new moon and what have you. You know, basically they try to break down a certain season, and they took away the Sabbath. You know, and that's a law. You know, and it say they transgressed the laws. Okay, because the laws wasn't made for them.
That's right.
And they're known to be the wicked. The wicked don't got the laws. Now, when you go by the law, statute, commandments, that was only given to the children of Israel, who was only right because we supposed to be running and running the whole world.
Right.
Okay, and the other nations supposed to be ruled and being ruled by the nation of Israel
in subjection.
Okay, and we're supposed to have our laws and statute commandments that basically is controlling and being abided by throughout the world. But here in Esau's kingdom, it's do as thou wilt. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's all basically a set of confusion, and Babylon is confusion.
That's right.
Right.
And if I just may add to what the brother just said, as far as the Israelites being that ruling class mentality and ruling the earth, which goes back to the time of King David, man. Didn't he do the same thing? He put the nations in subjection. And what's about to happen? The throne of David is about to be reestablished in the earth, man. So that subjection is coming back into the planet Earth, man. But I want to just make a real quick point, because when I read that in Isaiah the 47th chapter in verse 9, where it says, "But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, and one day the loss of children and widowhood," man. That's in the law, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Most High gets down. It's in His law. That's why the prophet Isaiah said that, man. He was quoting law, you know, the law of the Lord, man. So I want to just bring that out real quick in the law. This is Exodus chapter 22 and verse 24, and it reads, "And my wrath shall wax hot, which the wrath of the Lord has waxed hot, man, against you heathen, man, especially you Edomites."
That's right.
And it reads, "And I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless," man. So that's what Isaiah was. That's why the prophet Isaiah said that, man, in Isaiah 47 and 9, man. You know what I'm saying?
He said, "I will kill you with the sword."
With the sword.
All right. And if I can bring this out for you, this is Matthew 24. Salaki. Matthew 10 and 34. It reads, think not that I have come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. All right. So when you come, like you say, he come to send but a sword. He's coming, and what you do with a sword? You cut, you divide. Okay, so he's gonna come to send that division. Okay, amongst the different nations, and he's gonna separate his saints, which the holy ones, through the Spirit, which is the elect, and he's gonna basically come with that sword to come and render his fury and anger. Okay, he's bringing destruction. He's not coming, like they say, he's not coming with lollipops and roses and flowers. He's coming to render anger, bring fire, brimstones, tempest, everything. Okay, them chariots, they're starting to come and because it's all these videos out there letting you know, hey, the chariots are real. Okay, and they try to call them UFOs. They unidentified flying object. They know what it is.
They know, and that's exactly why that devil Reagan did that made that statement when he did that speech back in the 80s, man.
Right.
Will we not come together in one common cause? Come on, man.
Right.
They know that it's Yahweh Shah and the angels that's returning, which is that war in heaven in Revelation, the 12th chapter, man. Yeah. That ain't something where Satan, the most beautiful angel. Come on, man. Bullshit. The churches don't know what they're talking about, man.
Right.
That's
Second Esdras. Like you said, when Reagan talking about all come together, it speaks about it when the time do come. In Second Esdras 13, where they said all the nations gonna see him, and the ones they see him, they're gonna be so afraid, but yet there's fight.
Right.
So these nations gonna be fighting, and it's gonna be basically world war, and destruction is gonna be happening. But like the Lord says, if it's not already kindled, it's gonna be lit, and He's gonna come about, and every eye is gonna see all these chariots, and they're gonna be afraid, but yet they're gonna stop fighting and then try to fight against Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and the chariots and the angels, and they're just gonna be decimated.
That's right. And in the book of Zechariah, man, Zechariah went into those chariots, man. And Zechariah said that this be the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth, man. And that's why these people are seeing all these countless chariot sightings, man. You know, we're in those times, and the chariots are close. Yahushua is close. You know what I'm saying? He's close to the earth right now. So these chariots are making themselves seen, man. They're making themselves known right now. It's a lot of chariot sightings, a lot of videos, more than there has ever been, man. Why? Because we're in the times, man. We're in those times. That's why the scriptures tell us to watch as well as pray, man. We're those watchers. We're the seers, man.
That's right.
So we're watching, man. You know what I'm saying? So we'll know the times we're in.
That's right.
As a matter of fact, let me bring this out real quick to back you up on that Isaiah 34. This is Isaiah 66 and 15.
Look at it.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit. This is Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, Yahweh Shai will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
And that's, like you say, he's coming with that fire, and like I say, with those chariots, right. And with that, like you said, also with that, like that whirlwind, okay, like the tempest. You know, right. What is a tempest? Hurricanes, tornadoes. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be earthquakes in diverse places. It's going to be something that's never been done before on this earth. And when you go back and think about that, the time of Noah, 8 people lived through the flood. He destroyed everyone and killed everyone.
That's right.
And it's going to be greater than that. So just imagine, just think about that. You know what I'm saying? Every nation has some the story of the flood. Okay, so you can't say it's not true.
That's right.
Okay, and that's what's coming upon this earth, and he's gonna bring. And like I say, used to say, it'll just be a song in the church. Say it won't be water, but fire next time. You know, so that's coming. Yeah. Fire is coming.
It's gonna rain.
It's gonna rain.
What's it called? It's gonna rain. You better. That's it. Yeah, man. Dang, stupid ass church song.
That's what it is. It's fire. Fire and brimstone. That's what coming. The Lord is coming to bring their anger. Come on now. You got to think. Yahushua was the shield. He died for us, for our sins, for the elect to have mercy. But the thing is, look how they did him. An innocent man. And he had one of the worst deaths upon the face of the earth. Okay? That's why, and you also believe in reincarnation, because he's going to get the ones that pierced them too.
Exactly. Revelations, the first chapter, verse 7 goes into that for you dummies, man.
That's right.
You know, I'm like, dude, do you really think that the Messiah is going to these people spit on him, slap him around, beat him, put the thorns of crown of thorns in his head, pierce, nail him, spikes in his hands and feet, you know, pierced him in the side, but then he's just going, I love you and I forgive you and just come on and be with me in heaven. Come on, man. How stupid is that? No, Yahushua is mad as hell and he's going to get revenge, man. He's going to get his vengeance. He's going to take that out. That's why it actually mentions, though, that pierced him. Yeah. In that verse, it mentions, and they also, which pierced him. That's in Revelations 1 and 6. Did he mention that for nothing? Why was that mentioned, man? You know, if he's coming back to love and forgive everybody, why would they mention that? Those Roman centurions that pierced him, they're going to see him when he returns, man, because he's coming after their ass, man. Right. He coming to get them. They're hearing reincarnation. They're here, and he's going to get them. And I'm sure they're probably the owners of a Fortune 500 company, or you know, they're in some kind of position of power in this kingdom. This is their kingdom, man. You know,
could be a duke right now.
Exactly.
This is their kingdom. So if you pierce the Most High, you probably do got a high power ranking, high rank right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, like you say, they should be very afraid. And you 2/3, you got to think, you are the ones that actually that led them to the cross. You told them, you know what I'm saying, free Barabbas. You know what I'm saying? Let the blood be on our hands. And the ones who got the blood on their hands, you know what I'm saying, was his own people. Because they said, let his blood be on our hands. So what's going to happen to them? He's going to come in the anger to you 2/3 as well.
Right. I'm going to finish this out. This is finishing out in Isaiah 66, verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh Bashim Shai plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
And Isaiah 63, he said, who is this coming from? Basra with dyed garments. You know what I'm saying? That's Yahushua. He's going to become trampling and destroying and killing many. All right? It's no flowers, okay? It's no cotton candy.
That's right.
All right, no candy corn. All right?
No hugs and kisses.
No hugs and kisses. Straight destruction. You know what I'm saying? Straight anger.
That's right.
And they say, you know, hey, you shouldn't hate. What do you call that?
That is not love, dummies.
That's not love.
You know, and that lines up with Revelations, what's that, the 19th chapter, where it says that he had on a vesture dipped in blood.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's what he is talking about, man. That lines up perfectly with what the brother was just speaking on at Isaiah 63, man. When he going and it goes into that, how he's going to be his garments are going to be dyed red, man. That red dye is representative of you people's blood, man. As a matter of fact, the scriptures also say that the blood is going to be up to the horse's bridle, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Representing much blood, which lines up with what I just read. The slain of the Lord shall be many, man. Okay. Come on, people.
Can I bring it out?
Yeah, bring it out.
This is Revelations 19. I'm going to start at verse 12. I'll start at 11. It says, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called faithful and true. In a righteousness he doeth judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. Okay, and that's because he's coming back, and he's gonna basically take reins onto the whole world. All right, he's in the Esau's kingdom, so he's gonna take those crowns.
That dominion, man, just like he had in the beginning as Adam, man. The Most High put dominion in Adam's hand, which us in the know knows that that's Yahweh Shai, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, man. Come on. You people, this is too cerebral for, this is the meat of the scriptures, the mysteries that these Christian pastors and preachers in these churches, they don't have, man. They ask them why the Messiah is the Alpha and the Omega. They will not be able to answer that question, or they're going to tell you some bullshit that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
it says, and he had a name written that no man knew by himself, and he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is the word. His name is called the Word of Yahweh.
Right, because he is the word, man. John 1:1 tells you that. When you jump down to verse 14, it tells you that the word walked among us, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It became flesh, but so it's talking about Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I'm saying? And did you want to add something to it?
Well, yeah, like you say, when you go back to that, like you say, the blood is going to be up to, like you say, a horse's bridle. All right. And he said he's come, and his vesture is going to be dipped in blood. All right. And he called, like you say, he's the word of power. And going to John 1:1, he's walking among us. But what did he tell us? He's not coming. He's not going to meet thee as a man. All right. He's coming with the angelical force. He's going to have his angelical body when he come back.
That's right.
Okay. So when he come back, every eye's going to see him. He's going to be shining brighter than any light. Okay. And he's coming. And he's going to destroy many. All right. This is not love. He's not coming to say it's okay, everybody. How Esau want to put, like you say, got Serapis Christi. Come on, oh, it's okay. Come on, rubbing the back of somebody's head or something, saying it's okay. No, he's coming with that flaming fire. Okay, and America his name is going to be one that's going to be decimated and destroyed, and it will never be inhabited again. All right. And when you had the so-called gutter rats over in Israel, they're going to be put in subjection and slavery, and we're going to be delivered and brought to the land. Then the scriptures say that Yahweh will bring it, Yahweh Shem Yahushua will bring us back into the land. We're not going to. They went over there now, and they trying to build temples. The temple is within us now.
It's a spiritual temple.
It's a spiritual temple.
Yeah.
So that's basically, you can throw that out the window. That don't amount, like I say, that don't amount to a hill of beans.
Right.
All right. But the Lord, he's coming back with that destruction, and we're going to basically be, like you say, with the Most High when we're delivered up, and we're going to be coming going under the rocks, and we're going to be taking them out of those underground bunkers. We can even go get them from the heavens, because they got places they're going to be flying out into the heavens and trying to hide, and also going to the bunker because they know what's coming. These dupes of the world, right, know what's coming to the face of the earth, and they're basically trying to escape judgment.
Yeah, and I got that. If you're going to be bringing it out, Amos 9. This is Amos chapter 9 and verse 2, and it reads, "Though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them."
All right, and they dig into hell. The hell basically means, what is the grave? The grave is like I said, another form of hell. And they're digging themselves into the ground, so they're digging themselves into the grave. And why are they doing that? To go hide.
Yeah, if I were to go outside right now and dig a big ass hole in my backyard and jump in it, I just jumped into hell, man. That's all it's talking about. You people, man. Christian churches, man. God dang. It says Amos 9:2. Though they dig into hell, and also let me throw this in there. They have something called a dumb, deep underground military bases, and they're under every major city throughout the United States, man. And that's part of that digging, into hell, man. They got those underground bases underneath the earth, man.
Right.
They're in hell, but are they burning? No, man. No. They're just underground, man. That's all it means, in the ground, man. Because where do you go when you die? In the grave, into the earth, into the dirt, in the ground, man. That's all it means, man. Well, it also means affliction. Affliction. Yeah. Right. So, but the way we're using it, it's just digging into the ground, man. And that's what this is going into. So it says, though they dig into hell, then shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down.
All right. And that's those space stations and different things that they have created. And like you say, you have in these elites, a lot of, and if you just look at it, they know what the time is coming. And a lot of these elites have already made their moves. A lot of them have already went up to the space station. A lot of them are already in the bunkers.
Right.
Because when you look at these bunkers, I pulled up it was a documentary on like these bunkers that a lot of them being built now. But if you just look at some for the elite, man, they look like apartments and shit. What you call when you at the top of the apartment, the
like a presidential suite?
The presidential suite. I mean, these things, they have like gold cups and different things. This is matter of fact, it reminded me of 2012, that movie 2012, when they went onto that boat and they saw all this luxurious stuff. That's what they have. Right. They have their plants. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they GMOs and they have these different things that they have. They're ready. They're prepared.
Right.
So you got to think, this didn't happen overnight. They've been preparing for this for years.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Got some more?
No, I'm good.
And as we began the lesson, which if you want to pull that about them dukes,
come.
As we went into the at the start of the lesson, we were going into the them being the Dukes of Hazzard, man. And the brother went into the word hazard. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now can we go into the Dukes, because when you go into the genealogy, into Esau's genealogy, the lineage, it goes into the Dukes. That's right. So these Dukes go back to Esau, man. And he gonna pull something. The brother gonna pull something real quick. Yeah,
we went into it. Are there still Dukes today? And when you go and just pull that up, it say there are 30 Dukes in the UK today. It says 5 of these are ceremonial titles for members of the royal family, conferring no wealth or estate. But then when you look at are there still Dukes? It say the current royal dukedoms, because like you say, you call it kingdoms for a king. Then you have pharaohs for the Egyptians, and they have dukes for their kingdom, so they call them dukedoms. So it say the current royal dukedom are in order of presidents: Duke of Lancaster, held by Elizabeth II; Duke of Edinburgh, held by Prince Philip; Duke of Cornwall, England; Duke of Rothesay, Scotland, held by Prince Charles and Prince of Wales. So when you look at was it the Queen over there now? These are they call her the Queen, but she's a Duke.
Right.
Okay. Like say Prince Charles and all those, they're Dukes. What's their queens or wives' name? They're you have the Dukes and you have the
Duchess.
The Duchess. Okay, so these are Edomite. What do you call them? Names.
Right.
Okay, this is what represents them. Like you say, when you say you have kings, you have pharaohs. They have dukes.
Right.
When we went through King's Road, when you read in that, when Moses, they were trying to cross over and go through King's Road and try to pass by Edom, they had a duke.
Right.
And you see what they did to us then. I'm sure they went back to the king and to the duke and said, hey, these Israelites trying to come through our through King's Road and trying to pass by. They said they ain't gonna drink no water, they ain't gonna do nothing, they just gonna keep moving. And what did they say? No, if you come out, they're gonna come out with the sword,
right?
Which is their blessing. If you go back to Genesis 27.
And they even had like songs about it, the Duke of Earl, what I'm saying? And in that song, if you think about it, it speaks of him walking through his dukedom, man, his kingdom, man, his domain, which, and this all goes back to Esau, man. And I want to read this real quick in Genesis. This is Genesis, going into that. This is Genesis 36 and 15. And it reads, these were dukes of the son of Esau, the son of Eliphaz, the firstborn son of Esau, Duke Teman, Duke Omar, Duke Zepho, Duke Kenaz, Duke Korah, Duke Gatam, and Duke Amalek. These are the dukes that came of Eliphaz in the land of Edom.
Right.
These were the sons of Adah. So, hey, man, dukes go back to Esau, bro. And we just read the lineage.
And that most of that chapter, when you read into it, that's the whole generation of Esau, right?
Right.
That's going to the generations.
Right. So, hey, you can't deny this stuff, man. The Bible, we now know what this Bible is talking about. And all fingers are pointing to you Edomites, man.
The cancer of the earth.
The cancer of the earth. And what you have to do with the cancer is get rid of it, or it's going to get rid of you.
That's right. That's right. Like you say, they're the dukes of hazard. Like you say, hazard is something you got to be cautious of.
Right.
If you buy them, you're gonna have to watch because it's a big risk that you're gonna be destroyed along with them. So so you got to watch out for them.
Right.
They are danger and they're a cancer to society.
That's right.
They're a cancer to the world. And when the Lord returns, He's returning to cut that cancer out.
That's right.
And after 1,000 years, when the Lord comes and bring forth the kingdom, it's going after 1,000 years after they serve their slavery and what have you. They're gonna do their servitude, and what's gonna happen? They're gonna be destroyed.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
And that's like you said, that's a righteous thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's all I got, bro. Well, with that, we want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem,
Rakak Kadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. You know what I'm saying? And peace and blessings to the Akim that pushing this word in truth and sincerity. The house of David. Dawadah. Slagi is Bayath Shah Dawadah. All right. You know what I'm saying? So we got to keep pushing, keep spreading and letting know that Esau is the cancer of the earth and his kingdom is coming down soon.
That's right.
All right. Shalom.
Shalom.